6, we're going to talk about contract formation, enforceability, and remedies to a contract. Again, looking down the drop down there, we have open exercise, interactive lecture, discussion forum, critical thinking, and mastery. So let's go ahead and pop open discussion forum. So your supervisor has met with a potential new client. You and two of your coworkers will be working directly with this client, helping to create and execute contracts. To refresh your skills memories on a contract, your supervisor asks you to discuss the following. So in discussion, we're going to identify, define, and discuss the 4 elements of our contract with examples. Examples are great because they really help you understand in real world situation how a contract works. And I'm sure everybody in those classes have already been through a contract, signed a contract either from a car to a house, a boat, credit card, cell phone service, stuff like that. So we're all familiar with contracts to degree, but we're going to dive into these a little bit deeper. Secondly, conduct research online or library. Find a case involving a contract dispute. Tons of them out there. If you can't find one, please let me know. I'll point you in the right direction. But yeah, there's plenty of contract disputes out there. Martha Stewart and J.C. Penney with Macy's comes to mind as one of the most popular ones out there that most students will find. Summarize the case facts, issues in the court, decisions and the reasons of the court. Ensure that you include the information on specific elements involved in the dispute. Analyze the dispute. How did this person violate the contract? Why was it considered a violation of the contract? How did they, get out of how did they dishonor the contract? What was the terms that they didn't meet in the contract that were in the contract? So kind of think it that way. So going back to the desktop here, critical thinking. Okay, this one is a fun one. You are going to develop a contract, not write an essay about a contract. You're going to write a contract. So the first one, the professional contract formation. This one is for which one is it? So contracts discuss chapters 8, 9, 10 of the textbook. So you're in a family-owned business. I don't care what you call it, ABC Incorporated, ABC LDT, whatever. But you're going to set up a contract between yourself, the CEO, the president of the company, whoever you pose yourself as, with an employee to provide them tuition and reimbursement to support their education. Now, go online, find a template. I'll put some on the announcements you could look at and use as a reference as well. But write an actual contract. And keep in mind, this contract has to be waterproof. So if you went to court or the employee wanted to argue about it, you got every base covered. I don't care how simplistic it seems and it may seem like common sense, cover it. So some of the elements here you need to have in the contract: distinguish the type of contract as bilateral or unilateral. Include the four elements, in the contract formation. Develop the factors of time, task, goals, potential clauses, assignments, and restrictions in a contract. Use and define legal concepts and incorporation of legal terminology for textbook, and so on and so forth. Another section after this is going to be more of the essay part after you write the contract, is discuss the ethical issues that exist in this alleged contract and results. Obviously, anybody 18 can't sign a contract. Anybody over 18 is legally can sign and get involved in a contract. So really dig into this one. Let me try and pull up a contract I had on file here. Where is it? Stuff around here. The elements, make sure you have the agreement. What is the contract about? What is it posing? Why is this contract existing? The computer's running really slow today. I don't know why. What that folder? Okay, here it is. Finally. There's a lot of good contract. I mean, keep it simple to the point, but get sure the language is in depth and gets to the point that it protects you, how much money is able to spend. The IRS has a limit on how much money you can provide for tuition assistance is $5,225 a year. Anything over that is taxable as income. So you have to watch out for that. You want to protect your employees there as well as yourself. Try something different here. All right, let's look up, pull up elements of the contract. Where we go, we run into them. Come on. Sorry about the delay. Actually 7 elements to a contract. Obviously, in this case, you're offering tuition assistance. The acceptance is writing a person laid out to the person, the employee in this case, and state what is going to be offered. And this is the acceptance. There's contingencies to, you have to have 1 year to the company with no bad reviews, no bad remarks, and to be in good standing with the company. Competency and capacity, you make sure the person, obviously, when you do a company capacity, they're in the right state of mind to sign a contract. Not drunk, not on drugs, whatever. Mutual consent, everybody agrees with it. It's in legal language and it's spelled out. Easily find all that stuff online and as well in your textbook. The second contract, this one seems easy, but there's details, again, that need to be covered in it and need to be covered in depth, so it holds water in court, and that if you have a problem with this, you can go to court and say, okay, this is the contract, it's all spelled out, employee A didn't respect it. So the purpose of this contract is to resolve a conflict between you and one of your coworkers regarding a parking space. Conflict becomes serious and has affected the composer's contract. So first, you're going to present a summary of the contract in the form of an email communication, cover letter to your manager for approval. And there is a link there to show you how to present your contract. Again, should include all those factors that use legal language, and there's plenty of resources out there. So again, this may seem simple to write, but if you don't get the right details in there, I will let you know. The computer catches up, and I can get them down.